Hey you guys, I've decided while we're waiting for another episode of Mountain Medium that I should maybe give you a little tidbit in between just to keep you excited about what's going to happen next. So I've decided to bring my Mountain Medium mentions to the airwaves today, and I'm going to take care of some of the questions that were asked during this week. Typically it happens on a Monday, but given the holiday situation, we had it on a Wednesday. So here we go. Sarah Lynn asked the following. So when we talk to Spirit and ask questions that we hope to get answers for, how do we know their answers? Well, it's a little something like this. So I'm going to give you multiple answers, never mind multiple choice, about some of the things that have been experienced and what I encourage people to do. So I always joke that sometimes when you get this nagging feeling that you should be doing something and it keeps nagging at you and 3 days later it's still nagging at you, never mind the responsibility space that we have, that's Spirit egging you on from the other side, that quiet little voice going, hey, do this, hey, do this, hey, do this. Honor that when it comes through, especially when it stays. What I've noticed is typically 2 or 3 days down the road and you've still got the I should do this. That's how you know it's Spirit. Get done what they're telling you to get done and wait to see what happens. Another one of the ways that Spirit can use to communicate with us is through the people around us, even through television and radio. So I'm going to use a book as an example. Imagine that you've heard the title of a book. You're like, I'm kind of on the fence about it, not sure how I feel about it. The next thing you know, you turn your car radio on and they're talking about that exact same book. Well, there's hit number 2 from the universe. Are you going to wait for the third time? Because they will do that for you if you absolutely want to make for sure that this is your symbol. Wait for the third time to show up, and inevitably it does. That's another way that Spirit can use to communicate. So there's 2, and I'm going to give you one more before I go on to the next question. Spirit will use our thoughts. I always joke that I don't believe my ideas are my own. I'm not that clever, that I get inspired by angels over on the other side. So I like to use housework as an example to solve answers. So if I have a problem, I'll start doing housework, and the physical distraction from my body allows Spirit to come through in my thought. Whatever ideas start to form, whatever aha moments start to come to you, that's another way that Spirit will use to let you know where the next step should be. So I hope that helps, Sarah Lynn. Thank you so much. So let me go scrolling to see what other questions may be here for you. So, alrighty, here we go. Shannon Parody Harisic asks, is it true that when someone dies, their spirit leaves their body? I've always opened the window so that spirit can go out. Shannon, I applaud you. There are gestures that we can make when someone is transitioning or leaving the physical plane that basically show them the way or let them know that it's okay to pass. There is an old tradition held, an old belief set out there that if we open up a window, it gives them the opportunity to sneak quietly into the next room. So yes, you're right, it happens that way. And when you do that, I applaud you. Congratulations. I hope that helps, Shannon. Thanks for such a great question. So I'm going to take it to one more here, you guys. Just give me a second. I'm scrolling down my page to make sure that I've answered everybody's. And if I haven't, give me heck on Monday, would you? Okay. So I'm going to go to the post to other page. Give me just a second. Okay, post. Okay. So Kayla Ray Tiley, or Tilly, I'm not sure how to pronounce your last name, so please forgive me, Kayla Ray. You ask, oh, I went backwards here. Silly computers. Okay. So Kayla, you asked the following question. If someone is in a coma, can they visit you in your dreams, and is it really them? The same as a spirit would visit you? Yes, Kayla. Here's what we need to understand. So we are spiritual beings having a human experience. And when we slip into coma, just like we do in dream space or rest space, our soul's a little bit untethered, so to speak. So when people are in comas, never mind sleeping, they're in an in-between space. They're neither here in the physical world nor completely over there. But they're at rest. So just like our loved ones can reach us in our sleep from over on the other side, so too can souls from coma. So I really encourage that, you guys. When loved ones come to visit us in our sleep, I wholeheartedly believe that it is a visit. That even if they didn't say anything, if they just stood there with a smile, it's their way of letting you know that they're okay. So take that into your heart as message received. Now, this brings up a really good point and how I'll sort of close this out. If you have lost someone and you're experiencing traumatic dreams around them, it means that there's still a fair amount of grieving work, because it means we're not at peace, that we're still holding on to something. I wholeheartedly believe that we need to hand our cares and our worries over to the other side so they can take care of them for us. Typically, when nightmares and loved ones are involved, it's because we're feeling guilty or hanging on to the should've, the would've, the could'ves, if onlys. Listen, I want you guys to understand this, that spirit's perfect. So even when I address the spirit on the other side, I experience them like the human that they were. But from spirit perspective, they're in perfect health. They're at perfect love. They see things like they've never seen or understood before because they don't have the human emotions in the road. So anything that you're hanging on to, a guilt space, if only I'd done this, I wish I would have done more, I should be doing this, I ask that you give that over to them. Our loved ones aren't mad at us for things that we perceive we could have done or should have done. That's us projecting onto them. Know that regardless of whether you had the chance to say goodbye or not, regardless of whether you had a chance to make amends, that spirit is over there at peace and not holding the same things that we do. So go ahead, you guys. Let it go. It's okay. It's what they would ask of us. So I thank you for stopping by for this moment. Thank you so much for allowing me the honor of channeling and of answering your questions. We'll see you guys all next week, and stay tuned for another episode of Mountain Medium airing next week. Take care, you guys. Thanks so much. Bye.